Well, this weekend I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. This is the 5th year in a row I have come to New Life Sanctuary, where my good friend Blaine Cumin pastors. They have a great deliverance church, a multicultural church that's doing great things for God. And I'm so excited to be back in Baltimore. I want to talk to you about a famous 18th century clergyman by the name of George Whitefield. He became the most famous clergyman of his time, one of the founders of Methodism and what we now know as the evangelical movement. An interesting character. He was short, a bit portly, and cross-eyed. How could somebody like that accomplish the amazing things that he did by the grace of God? Sometimes he traveled to America because he believed the colonists needed to be saved from their wickedness. And he's the man that was responsible for founding what became known as the Great Awakening, that many believe led to the revolution and freedoms that we enjoy in America today. I got to thinking about George Whitefield when this past weekend I was doing encounters in Washington, D.C., and I visited the amazing new Museum of the Bible, a place you must go. I spent 2 straight days there, and I'm looking forward to going back again. Whitefield traveled on a horseback, and during the time of his ministry, mainly in America that lasted 7 years, he preached more than 18,000 sermons in person to more than 10 million people. And there in the museum, they have a replica of his fold-up pulpit platform that this short man had to stand on to be heard by the masses. And a lot of people heard him. Benjamin Franklin, who became his friend, told one time in the Philadelphia area about Whitefield preaching to more than 30,000 people, and said that Whitefield's voice could be heard more than 500 feet away. He believed in calling the wicked to repentance. And what did he get for it? A woman attacked him with a pistol. A man tried to beat him to death with a brass-headed cane. They threw dead cats at him, and while he was preaching, one man climbed a tree and urinated on him. But worse yet were his ministerial cleric critics. They called him a sorcerer. They said he was self-serving, blasphemous. His former printer put out a document saying that he was the devil himself, the Antichrist. They criticized him for calling upon people to be instantly converted. He responded that his critics were like Pharaoh of old, and they had hard hearts. What was it about this man? Well, I can tell you this much, he's my kind of guy. And I could see myself like him standing in those fields. And I believe that if he would have known about deliverance, and it was squashed in his day too, that he would have been out there casting out demons. I don't have a fold-up pulpit like I saw in the museum, but we do have YouTube, and that's a bigger platform than Whitefield ever had. And through our International School of Exorcism and the amazing students that are going through that school and the Advanced Academy of Deliverance, we seek to carry on Whitefield's legacy. We seek to shout out, to cry out to the masses all around us. Even though the organized church may not like what we do, we are there with the people in desperate need. And thank you so much for helping us to be there, to speak out boldly and to declare to them in Whitefield's legacy that Jesus saves and sets the captives free.